Hi everyone, this is the Gamerspective team here. We're going to be doing a new monthly podcast, just like we always have done. Now I'm joined by Lex.
Hello there.
I am joined by Carlie.
Hola.
I'm joined by Ryan.
Hello.
And we're joined by one of our new writers, Barry.
Good evening, everyone.
Now, as tradition, we would like you to just give us a little bit of an introduction to yourself, Barry, please. Doesn't have to be long.
Okay, well, I'm Barry. I live in Yorkshire, in England, obviously. And I'm mainly a PC gamer. I love my RPG games. So, yeah, that's the thing.
Very nice. How is everyone then?
Okay.
Yeah. Plodding along.
Good. Yeah. What have we all been playing this month? We'll start with Lex. What have you been playing?
I have been playing nothing new. I've been going through. I've been too poor to afford Destiny and everything else like all you people. So I've just been going through my old games library. I did a playthrough of Mass Effect. So I've played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
And right now, today, I was actually playing Sonic Adventure 2 randomly, the PSN release, just for fun. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. A lot of fun revisiting that game.
I love your Sonic code.
I do. I'm a big Sonic fan. I'm thinking about getting back into Unleashed and Generations as well. So that's me.
And what about the Puta?
I have a name, and this is an official podcast. Maybe you should try being more professional.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Carla.
Oh, Carla. That's
That's what your name says.
Oh, wow, the Sunday name's been broken out.
Now she got way too professional.
So come on then. What have you been playing?
Obviously, this past week I've been playing Destiny. Before that, I played some Persona 4 again. I've been playing a lot of GTX, Grand Theft Auto 5 online with you guys.
Yeah.
And I got back to playing the Old Republic. And I started looking into some of the games that I have on my PS3 that I got for free on PSN, on PS Plus that I never ever touched. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, that's good. And how about you, Ryan? What have you been playing besides Destiny, obviously?
Oh, well, during August, I played Diablo 3 like crazy on the PS4.
High five.
And I also played Madden NFL.
Ooh, high five for me.
And honestly, I mean, I just built a PC, so I've just been playing a ton of games on Steam. And now, obviously, Destiny.
Major high five from me. And probably from all of us.
Except me, because I'm poor.
Oh, maybe you'll get into it eventually. I'm sure you will. So Barry, what about you? Last but not.
Well, main things I've been playing a lot of Diablo 3 since the new content came out. GTA Online with you guys. I've also been playing a lot of Dota 2 on the PC, as well as some Minecraft every now and then as well.
Yes. It's a good mix actually. So has anyone, I don't know, purchased anything besides Destiny?
You haven't said what you've been playing.
Sorry?
You haven't said what you've been playing.
I'm jumping the gun here. Why would I skip myself? Yeah, I've been pretty much playing what everyone else has been playing. Mostly Destiny, GTA Online, Mass Effect. Yeah, not really a lot.
Walking Dead.
Oh yes. Yeah, I forget. The Walking Dead, which yeah, I gave a very good review for. Yeah, that's all I've been playing. I mean, it's not as much as I would hope to play. But...
As well as your ridiculous sessions of Final Fantasy X, obviously.
Oh, yes. When you say Final Fantasy X, the Blitzball batches just come into my brain straight away, because you're usually the one there to actually hear about it.
Yeah, I'm literally there on Skype. Just...
You've been playing 10 recently? I did not know that.
Yes, I don't know why. I just got back into it. I don't know. Like something just said, just play 10. I was like, okay, I'll play 10 before Destiny comes out, and I've got quite a lot of progress done so far. I mean, I've just beat Seymour for the last time. Thank God for that.
I approve.
Well, yay. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. So since we're all pretty much in agreement, sorry Alex, that we are all playing Destiny, I think it would only be right if we had a little discussion about Destiny. So how about you, Carlie? You've probably got a lot to say about this, so why don't you take it away?
Not really. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I'm not much of a first-person shooter fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed the game. The thing is that it has a really good gameplay, and you have a lot of fun playing with other people. But the story, I mean, fine, it's a first-person shooter, but you don't really seem to know what the story is supposed to be.
I just get the feeling it's just about joining the Guardians on Earth, but at the same time, it's taking you all over the place, so it looks like Earth's going to be a long way away.
The actual plot of the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about saving Earth. Well,
okay, so they didn't improve on that then, because that was like my major fear from the beta, was that they weren't going to fix that.
You never seen with the character. Your character is supposed to be dead for a long time, and I guess they get revived and they're fine. They don't really ask any questions or anything. And this is okay. It's a first-person shooter. I get it, but doesn't seem to be that deep in the story and the plot.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, that seems to be a little bit odd. It's like you've been dead for years. If something brought you back to life, why would you not immediately start questioning this?
It's not years, it's centuries, apparently. The character's like, okay, fine, just shoot aliens.
It's set 700 years into the future, so I'm going to assume 700 years, a bit less than that. I don't know.
They haven't really done much to explain the origin of these ghosts that bring.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole war thing behind it.
They don't really go into when the game starts to give you a backstory of how we got there. You get like hints and stuff, but you don't. You know, there was the Traveler and there was a war, whatever, but not really. They don't get a sense of okay, how exactly did we get here? Yeah, and I don't like games that they do that.
No, I mean, I understand that they've got to keep some things close to their chest for the late game, like they've got to keep some kind of bombshell to keep you interested.
Mm.
But give us something decent to go on in the early game, at least. Give us some hardcore facts.
Yeah, give us some tips, give us some hints, like what's going on. But yeah, that's probably the main thing I'd criticise, just the story so far. I mean, I know we're not very far into the story, but you know, it's a tricky one.
It is. I mean, I think from the people here, I think I'm approaching Destiny from a unique perspective because I never played the beta for this.
Mm-hmm.
And my immediate reaction when I logged into the game was, oh, this is Halo meets Borderlands. And that's by no means a bad thing. I do love both of those games. But I don't know, I'm not convinced.
I don't really like, well, I'm not really experienced with first-person shooters. I like it. I like everything about it. I like the gameplay. I like the graphics. I like everything. It's just a story. It's just the direction it's going in. It seems to be kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it feels a little bit lacking so far.
If you play Borderlands 2 in particular, that's never the case. You know what the story is, what the plot. Even if you have a bunch of quests to do in that game, and it never feels like I don't understand where the story is going, where the plot is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has memorable characters, which Destiny doesn't have.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's obviously your ghost, but it's even with Peter Dinklage, you know, I just feel like there could be something else that should be attractive to the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're only a few days after launch, and if they're already having to play the card that, oh, you can repeat quests to level up, that's never a good sign.
I mean, I suppose in some respects people would like replay value, but at the same time it's like, well, you'd rather keep going forward than having to repeat missions. But I think it depends on what kind of person you are as a gamer in that respect.
Exactly, but there is the argument that if a game is 3 days after when it's been launched, and already one of the main selling points is you can repeat things over and over again to level up, then that indicates to me a lack of depth in certain aspects.
I'd hope they'd add some content, but obviously, if they do, it's going to be payable single-player DLC. It's going to, you have to pay for it, which, well, it's kind of off-putting, but if it's good, it's good.
Well, at least we're not to the stage where things like World of Warcraft are, where you're having to pay a monthly subscription to continue playing online.
Well, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Barry?
Oh, yes, for my sins.
Ryan, what do you think of Destiny? You've been quiet.
Well, my review's going to be up in the next few days, so I guess people can fully check out what I think about it then. But I don't know, I mean, I've been looking forward to this game since it was first teased back in Halo 3 ODST. You know, I'm a huge Bungie fan, I'm a huge Halo fan, and I sort of viewed Destiny as this game changer, and unfortunately it just isn't that. I mean, the gameplay is fantastic, you know, standard Bungie, they know what they're doing with first-person shooters. What it's lacking, you know, the story. I mean, Joseph Staten, who was the Bungie lead writer, he left the studio actually, you know, not too long before release, and that threw a load of questions in the air, like, oh, you know, what's going on with the creativity and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I mean, since then, I actually looked at the game and I thought, oh, you know, the story could be lacking, because there's so much potential for that story. But they never really delved into the darkness. They never at once explained the Traveler, you know, at all. Like, right at the beginning of the game, they sort of go, oh, yeah, the Traveler saved us, and now it's dormant. And then that's it, you know? And I don't know, it's just the little things like, oh, I wish, you know, we got to fly our spaceships. You know, they're just there on display, and it's just like, why? I don't know. You know, it's a good game. It's a very good game. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely best played with friends. Playing single player could be a bit of a chore at times and a bit repetitive. And I'm a bit disappointed with the fact that you having to rerun through the same levels over and over, which is a bit meh.
The only thing good about that is obviously only changing the difficulty, but even then it can be a bit tedious.
Yeah, but other than that, I have had a lot of fun, especially with the PvP, which does have its issues still. I mean, it's slightly unbalanced, like the shotguns are a bit OP. But other than that, I'm liking the game. It's not Halo. Nothing will probably reach that again, but it's a good game. It's not my game of the year. My game of the year at the moment is Mario Kart, but
I knew that was going to come in somewhere in the podcast.
We keep hoping, since the new consoles came out, that the next big game is going to be the game changer, and it's not. And then comes the next one, it's not the game changer either.
Yeah, it's a bit like that with Watch Dogs. I mean, that's a game that again was so hyped up, and everyone was looking so much forward to, and then it came out, and everyone was like, oh, it's not actually that good.
Yeah.
I sort of got the same sort of thing.
Destiny's a lot better than Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better game, but it's the same, you know, because Bungie had been absent for so long, and you know they're paired up with Activision and their pedigree, you know, and there was this massive, you know, just anticipation for it. I mean, I think having it on the last gen consoles may have held the game back quite a bit. I think they should have just released it as a sole, you know, Xbox One, PS4, PC, because it will eventually come to PC anyway.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a lot of people pissed off that it's not on PC from day one, which, quite frankly, it should have been.
Oh,
yeah,
it is
people
a
such
PC
as me,
game.
for example.
It is a PC game.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's an MMO game, and Activision are paired with Blizzard now, for God's sake. Blizzard are the masters of MMO PC games. So, quite frankly, for them to be involved with a game that isn't released on PC is quite shocking for me.
But yeah, I mean, and it's just other little things in the like. I don't find the world very. It's not full of life. Like, all there is in the game is just enemies to kill.
Yeah, it's not very interactive environment.
Yeah, if it had wildlife in it, you know, both friendly and hostile, made it a bit more Elder Scrolls like, you know, Skyrim style.
Yeah.
With more NPCs to interact with, I think it would have been amazing. I mean, you've got the whole of that last city there, but you can only run about the tower. It's just that sort of limitation that
it's a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, if they expanded on their sort of, you know, creativity, and you know, they went the sort of No Man's Sky approach of being able to, you know, fly a spaceship up from the planet, go off to Venus or whatever, being able to do all of that sort of stuff would have made the game so... It would have been an instant classic. But I just feel like it's sort of... Bungie are playing it safe and just using the things that they know and the things that people sort of like and putting it into the game instead of trying to push themselves.
Yeah, because I mean, nothing they've really done with Destiny has been groundbreaking. I mean, if you look at every single aspect of that game, it's either been done before by Halo or done before by Borderlands.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, it's far from the worst game, but it's just got so much untapped potential to be one of the best games of this gen now.
Yeah, I think it kind of falls into no man's land at the moment because I mean, obviously it's online. There'll still be a lot of work that needs doing to it. There'll be patches coming up, and
they've made back like the apparently they've made back like the $500 million they put into the franchise. So I don't know, is that a good sign? Do you think?
Yeah, that's a great sign. I mean, the thing is, the first game in a series like this is just going to be the same with Watch Dogs as well. When the inevitable sequel comes out, I mean, they're not going to make as much money with the second game, but creatively, and critical praise is going to be much better second time round. I think Destiny's got a long lifespan. They've just got to sort out, a lot from the first game, and they know what they're going to do. Bungie are, a world-class studio. But I mean, that's another thing. I look at it and I wonder why the game doesn't need to be always online, like at all.
No, I don't think it is. I think that's probably one of the unattractive features about it.
It's not necessary in the slightest. I mean, if it was a single-player game and they focused on the story, made it great, but you had the option to have friends drop in whilst you're playing, then it would have been amazing. But
oh, you mean pretty much exactly like Borderlands did?
well, yeah, exactly like Borderlands, but instead of having the whole having to be always online and having these random people dropping in, like for raids for example, you can only play with your friends. But I like, being able to matchmake and play with random players, which is what I'm liking at the moment with Destiny. Just being able to drop into random strikes with other players, and it's like, But,
one downside to that being that if you drop into a random strike, you never know what kind of scrub you're going to get.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't understand the whole always online aspect, because, to be fair, most people play online nowadays anyway. Even if they're playing a single-player game, they're always connected most of the time. But it just doesn't make sense, because there is no benefit for it.
See, for me, I think it should only really go online, like when you're playing with friends, as you would do, like on, I don't know, like a game like Uncharted or any other game like Mass Effect, as you would. I just think it seems a bit off, having it. I don't know. It's a tricky one.
It all comes back to this debate, doesn't it? I mean, certain games belong online and certain
online
games don't.
Or offline, yeah. It rolls back to that. But if it was single player, you're just doing it by yourself, I can imagine you should be able to do it offline. However, I think there is a good reason probably why it's always online, and not just because of the fact you can play with friends. It's the stock items on the market. They refresh every so often, so I think that's got a role to play. Because I did notice, like, these items will refresh in 1 hour and 35 minutes. I was like, I didn't even know that. Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, but to do that, all it would need to do is be connected to the internet and be able to pull items from a random database. It doesn't need to be permanently logged in.
Then again, that's a very good argument for it. Yeah, I think we're going to have a Destiny podcast at some point down the line once we've played a bit more.
And there's not, because there's, especially with the story, I don't think there's enough for a Destiny-centric podcast.
Well, I'd say that when we've actually finished the game, like, at least the story anyway, we'd probably have another podcast with that, because like we have said about the lack of story, and yeah, I think it'd be interesting to come back to that maybe. We can discuss that at a later date though. But anyway, we should really move on from Destiny, as we could probably talk about it to death. Yesterday, we saw some, well, I don't know whether I'd classify it as big news. Would you classify it as big news? Grand Theft Auto release dates for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. What do we think of that?
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, the release dates that have been announced are 18th of November for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and 27th of January for Microsoft Windows.
I'm very surprised by the PC release date.
Yeah, the PC release date being pushed until next year is surprising, given the fact they've been able to get the new consoles out before Christmas.
Hopefully that means they're going to get more juice out of the PC version. Because that was one of the reasons why I built my PC, was because I wanted to play GTA 5 on PC and mod the hell out of it.
Oh, mods always come out of PC games no matter what.
And yeah, I was a bit surprised with it, but we all know what Rockstar are like. They're, you know, if not the best studio in the world. And
What?
Oh, here we go.
Shots fired.
It's a toss-up between them and Naughty Dog.
I don't think there's a toss-up at all. I don't think.
Are you trying to pacify Lex now?
I don't think Rockstar are even top 5 on the best studios.
Yeah,
No,
this is damage
they're not
limitation now.
Yeah, Rockstar aren't all that. I mean, they've made some awesome games, yeah, but they've made some really bad ones as well.
Most studios have, though. Naughty Dog have made some bad games as well.
Such as.
Oh, I want to hear this. Let's hear it.
Sorry, what?
Which really bad games are not enough made?
Hang on, let me get my popcorn.
Which what? Sorry?
What really bad games are Naughty Dog made?
Oh, they made some pretty bad games before Crash Bandicoot came out.
Fortunately, nobody actually remembers them before Crash.
Oh no, these games were like back on like the Sega Genesis and whatnot back then.
Everything
and then
was
Crash
bad on the
came
Sega
out.
Genesis. Everything was bad on the Sega Genesis.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
I beg to differ. Streets of Rage.
Well, okay, almost everything was bad on the Sega Genesis. There's a reason why the Sega eventually died off.
Golden Axe.
It's like Fight Club. We do not talk about it.
That's not the same thing.
Don't make
Well,
me
you
carry
know
on.
what I mean.
But no, they're not on the same level. I mean, more consistently, Naughty Dog releases, if not great games, at least pretty good games. And I don't think Rockstar are even the second best company right now.
Is anyone actually going to buy it, by the way?
No.
Yeah, GTA for PS4 and Xbox.
I probably will, because I didn't buy it on PS3, so...
Oh, it's a brilliant game. Like, it'll be a really good purchase.
Yeah, this will be my chance to play it. I assume it runs at like 60 frames per second, higher resolution and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully.
yeah, I probably will play it, to be honest. Only because everyone's going on about how good it is, because...
Yeah, it's not just the graphics that they've upgraded. They've added a load of new features into the game. It's
The
not
last time I played Grand Theft Auto was GTA 4 when that came out for the PS3, and I still haven't completed it. Like, I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah,
I'm a huge GTA fan.
I'm with you there.
I set up to complete it, and I was wondering and questioning, the final decision that you had to make, which way I was gonna go, and then eventually I realized that I didn't give a shit enough to finish the game, and I didn't bother with it again. I did really enjoy the Battle of Gate Tony. I played that many times. The rest of the game, I don't give a shit about it. It's terrible.
Well, I bought the gold edition with all the DLC because I was a latecomer to that generation there. So I haven't played any of the DLC, but I bought it.
So the thing about GTA 4 is it's not a bad game by any means, but
I think it's too.
It doesn't feel like
it's a lot
Grand Theft Auto
darker and
game.
more serious than fans of the GTA games are used to.
That's not what Grand Theft Auto is supposed to be. Grand Theft Auto is outrageous and all that stuff. And
Yeah, it's supposed to be really outlandish. And
I found number 4
just
quite
wasn't.
gritty. Number 4 was quite gritty for me.
Yeah.
I really tried to play it, and I was just like, I can't play this game. Whereas 5, yes, it has some gritty moments, but it has, brilliant moments. It's got comedic moments. It's got outrageous moments. That's the kind of Grand Theft Auto I want to play.
To be fair, and I mentioned this on our very first podcast, I found Grand Theft Auto 5 to be a little bit overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was the best game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was that amazing of a game. And especially towards the end, the story kind of felt, especially the ending, kind of lacking. Like, it wasn't anything memorable about it. It was extremely quick, extremely easy, and it's just kind of boring.
So.
Silence.
Yeah.
After that awkward silence.
And I said, and I remember that I said this, I found Saints Row 4 to be far more entertaining. Not a better game, because Saints Row is not as good, even remotely as good as Grand Theft Auto 5, but I did find it to be more entertaining for me.
Ooh, don't go there.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm not slightly related though. I'm very much looking forward to Get Out of Hell next January.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty sane. So, yeah, no one else getting it apart from Lex? GTA, rather?
I'll probably be trading in my PS3 version and getting the PS4.
I will be getting it on PC.
Just because, why not?
Because
I'll get it on PS4 when it lowers the price a few months down the line, but not when it comes out.
I wonder if it would be cross-platform, PS3 and PS4. I
I'm
mean,
assuming it's
cross-platform, I mean cross-play, sorry. I don't mean cross-platform, cross-play.
I'm assuming it's gonna be. I mean, they should. It should be.
Mm.
Yeah, they've managed to cross-gen a lot of the games so far, so I'm assuming they'll carry on with GTA.
Yeah, just in the way I was thinking, obviously you can play 14 with PS3 and PS4 and PC players.
Yeah.
They won't allow that in any game that has a shooting element.
Yeah, that's probably.
Because PC gamers have an advantage no matter what way you swing it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Otherwise, games like Mass Effect would be cross-platform.
So it's justified.
At least doing it with the current console and the previous console.
Yeah. That'd be the basic step to go with.
Yeah, probably. So, right, since I'll probably get it, I don't know, maybe, I'm kind of should I get it? I was like, well, November is quite a busy month. Got Unity, Rogue, Assassin's Creed, both games, and Dragon Age coming out. So, I don't know, I might wait till Christmas comes around, so you might get it in the sales or something.
Yeah, all my money's going for the collector's edition of Dragon Age.
And Dragon Age had to be mentioned, but then that's my fault, so, right. Anyway, yeah, no, it's my fault, not Carlie's fault for once. What's going on tonight? Okay, so the next topic on the agenda is Microsoft buying, and I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Mojang? Mojang, okay, for $2 billion.
Potentially.
I do not know what this is, so can somebody just take this one?
Mojang are the studio behind Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
And
no, you just reminded me.
Seriously, you call yourself a games reporter and you don't know.
I don't. But to be fair, I haven't played.
You realize that any sentence that starts with Microsoft, she automatically does no.
Yeah, she just tunes out instantly. It's like,
to be
not
fair,
interested.
I don't play Minecraft, so.
That's a first problem.
You're literally the only person outside of the third world countries that doesn't play Minecraft. What is wrong with you?
Anything involving Microsoft is just she tunes out. She's never played Halo either.
You have no excuse. It's available for PlayStation.
Yeah, is anyone even going to comment on the story instead of insulting me, as per usual?
But this is far more entertaining.
Yeah, well, people didn't come for this, so yeah. Ryan, Ryan, would you like to continue what you were saying, please?
This is perfect.
I sounded like I don't want to.
I don't want to. It's a ridiculous amount of money. That's for certain. $2 billion. Notch, who's Marcus Pearson, who's the guy that is behind the studio, he's a multi-millionaire anyway, so I think he's just going to sell up and just be like, yeah, whatever, go do his thing. Whether it's a good deal for Microsoft or not, I'm not certain.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what Microsoft stand to gain from this.
Yeah, I don't know what they'll gain from it. I mean, obviously they'll prevent it from releasing on the PlayStation systems, and they'll try and sell more Xbones, by having Minecraft exclusively on it.
That's the thing,
I'm surprised that the first person in this podcast to say Xbox was you and not Amy.
To be fair, I own all the consoles and a PC, so I can do what the hell I want.
Well,
it's the Xbox and the piss poor. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Well, just going back to what you said, Ryan, trying to stop him from selling them on PlayStation consoles. Well, interestingly enough, it has just released for a PS4 last week.
Yeah. And
I didn't.
So they're kind of boned there. I mean, the only thing that can stop is sequels, and I mean, what the hell is a sequel to Minecraft going to do that the original didn't?
Minecraft in space.
Minecraft in space, like.
That's always the way everything goes.
I can't help but
there are
look
mods
at
that do that already.
I can't help but look at that as anything but a colossal waste of money. Seriously.
Well, the company who obviously, they gain that much money, so they should be laughing all the way to the bank.
Oh yeah, Minecraft.
I've read a couple of stories about this. And as far as I'm aware, the plan, if the takeover goes ahead, is for current versions to remain untouched, like they will still remain on PlayStation 4 and other consoles. But if a Minecraft 2 was to be released, it would appear primarily on Xbox only.
Oh, I'm quivering my boots.
God, I'm shaking. I'm so scared.
The thing is, that is a big. That could potentially be a massive deal breaker, though. Just imagine 3 years down the line, at E3, Minecraft 2 popping up, a little teaser trailer, exclusive for Xbox One. That could shift a lot of consoles. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I mean, Minecraft is a huge game. And if they did something along those lines, yeah, I think it could shift consoles. But
it's going to piss off a lot of people.
It's going to piss off
a lot of people, especially on PC.
Yeah, it could get the same reaction as people when they announced Tomb Raider exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah, but the problem with being exclusive to the Xbox One still lives out the PC.
That'll be awkward if that happens.
And honestly, the game is meant for PC. It's not meant for consoles.
I mean, PC is where it garnered its original popularity. It has become popular on consoles since, but the crafting interface and things like that are infinitely more awkward.
Yeah,
so I think to say it belongs on PC wouldn't be a massive stretch.
Well, it's like The Sims though, because trying to play The Sims on a console is awkward as hell.
Oh my god, I tried that once and this is not working at all.
Yes. It's just better on PC, and that's that. Some games are better on PC. Generally, sim games.
Yeah.
Or anything where you build something is going to be better on a PC.
Everything like Civilization. Yeah. Anything along those lines.
Because it can handle it rather than a console which struggles.
Well, it's not just that. It's that you have more functionality with the controls on the keyboard and more ability to access the UI better.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with like the power of the hardware. It's controls. It's pure controls. And I suppose for the recent consoles, you could just keyboard and mouse it, so that kind of takes a lot of that away.
Yeah.
But let's face it, though, how many people sit in front of their PlayStation or their Xbox with a keyboard and mouse?
Well, I do.
I do only for Final Fantasy 14, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't use a mouse. I use my keyboard for chat.
Yeah.
Well, that's my argument destroyed. I'm just going to leave.
If it helps, I don't do that. So.
Thanks. High five, Carlie.
No one asked you.
Brofist.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Amy. Always so pleasant. Then again, I don't play Final Fantasy 14.
Are you trying to insinuate something there, Carla?
Are
you trying to insinuate something there about 14?
that I can't use a keyboard and a mouse while playing Final Fantasy XIV because I don't play Final Fantasy XIV.
It's like me and Lex said, we only use the keyboards for the chat box at the bottom left-hand side. But no, I used to use I use the console controller.
On that side of the argument, what I will say is, if, for example, related to Minecraft, right, being better on PC, if, for example, EA were to announce that The Sims 4 is coming to PS4 with keyboard and mouse support, and it's the full version that you get on PC and not a shitty dumbed down console version, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
There's a
Because I
problem
want to play it. However,
there's a problem with that.
What is it?
You're talking about EA. That would require intelligence from. Never mind.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
But what I'm saying is, Minecraft's a different ballgame because I don't know why a person would say, "Oh my God, Minecraft 2! This is look at all these extra features." What? I mean, what can they improve about Minecraft?
It's
Really?
like the only thing that Minecraft 2 could offer is like default texture being 32 by 32 instead of 16 by 16. That's literally it. We've made everything look a little bit better. Please buy this and line our pockets some more.
I might just be shooting crap here because I'm not a Minecraft fan at all. I don't get the appeal in it. I played it. I think it sucks. But
Oh, Lex.
that's me. I don't like it.
Hey, he's allowed to have his opinion.
It's like I'd rather play with Lego. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, it's not nearly as entertaining if you don't have any artistic ability, which I don't really have. So I just basically started making holes until I didn't know at the time. I knew I would die. I didn't know what's gonna happen so soon. I just kept hammering holes and blim, I'm dead.
I neither like or hate it. I've just not played it. And you know what? I'll probably make it a mission to at least try it in the future. Before the end
But
of the
you've
year.
seen some of the things people can do. They do like the
Mm.
Disney castle
That's
and they get
amazing.
girls in through and all that. I can't even probably make my name with blocks. So
I can definitely see the appeal about it. Some of the things people have made are amazing, and I think, wow, they've really got to be putting lots and lots of time and effort into that. And I think, well, I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that in me, but you never know. Could make something good one
I
day.
would assume that even if you're not really good at it, if you play with other people, it's far more entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was that with Microsoft. So for the 8th month running, the PS4 is still the best-selling console, and it's outsold the Xbone. Yeah, I did it in America again. So this isn't really a surprise now, is it? We're just kind of expecting this to happen, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, predictable smug reply from Amy.
Yeah. I'm not spooking. I'm just looking at a logical sense, like, well, yeah.
I mean, this all boils down to Microsoft's terrible initial marketing campaign, which resulted in the chief marketing exec leaving.
Yeah.
Leaving in inverted commas.
Yeah. Continue.
I mean, Sony knows what happens when you don't start off well, because that happened with the PS3. It took them a really long time to get back in the race. This is probably the same that's going to happen to the Xbox.
You live and learn, I suppose. So I think they were determined to make it a success.
I don't know though. I don't know if Sony hadn't garnered the support of gamers from the PS2 era, if they'd even have been able to pull that back. Microsoft is traditionally known as a shit company that does shit things. And I mean, the only good thing about the Xbox 360 was its price and how cheap it was.
There was a lot of good things about the Xbox 360.
No, I'm not talking about games here. Like, if you're talking about
I mean
games,
with the
that's
console.
fine. Such as
The controller.
Controller.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
And
Achievements,
the price benefit that the
the
Xbox
Live.
PlayStation was instantly
Xbox
offset by
Live was so much better than PSN back then.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
definitely
before
true.
PS Plus came into fruition and started, but
Yeah.
PS Plus is the best thing ever.
Party chat.
Yeah, the price difference with the consoles was instantly offset by the fact that you had to pay 50 quid a year to play online on the Xbox.
I like that though. I mean, I look at it as I'd rather pay 40 quid a year, for a really good online service compared to the free PSN that we had with the PlayStation 3. That's why I wasn't that bothered when, Sony announced that you had to buy PS Plus to play online for PS4. I was just like, whatever, make it as good as you can, make it as good as the Xbox Live on the 360.
This is my one issue with that. Yes, paying to get really good online service is great, but that's all they were giving you. At least with PS Plus, you were getting discounts on game and getting free games.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's why basically I didn't really play multiplayer on the Xbox, so I never. And there were features that you had to have the gold membership to do, and I wasn't willing to do it because that was it. No discounts. At least they don't have to give me free games. They give me discounts on stuff, but they never did that.
Yeah, they ended up catching up to that about 2 years too late, really.
Yeah, it's like I hear about some of the games that they give away in Xbox. Is it Gold or Live or whatever it is? I see it. I see some of the games. I think I'm not being funny, Microsoft, but you're a bit late. Sony gave that away for free 6 months ago.
So if you're talking like that, what was it about Xbox Live Gold that was better than PS10 initially?
They had a better multiplayer servers and all that stuff.
It was much more user friendly. It was just a better fan base. Everything was a lot more. What's the word?
Friendly?
No, yeah. I mean, PSN on PS3 was just so the menu was horrible.
It felt less restrictive.
Yeah, it was just.
Plus, with Xbox Live, there was infinitely less chance you would have your account hacked and your bank details stolen.
Oh yeah, I mean that's always a good thing.
We got we benefited after all that. We got to get free games, so.
Unless your account was hacked.
It was very. Oh no! Of course, obviously, if your account was hacked, that was bad. I think I heard about somebody. I don't know if it was this year or last year, and they actually took them to court and they won so much money. I can't remember the full details, but I'm really surprised about that. I wonder how many people tried that.
I'm gonna give an example because I played all the time Mass Effect 3 multiplayer on the PlayStation 3, and I played Mass Effect 2 multiplayer a few times on the Xbox 360, and it was a lot better on the Xbox 360.
Mhm.
Is that not EA servers though?
Well, but it was better. It was still better.
Because of EA servers, you can't really blame a console's online service because EA has shit servers.
Never say anything is better because of EA, because you'll be instantly wrong.
Mass Effect 3 had a better port on the 360 than it did on the PS3, which was the fault of EA. So that's maybe what you want to look at. Like, the game itself is pretty terrible on the PS3 compared to the Xbox 360. So that's why it felt better, I would gather.
Yeah, but I mean, the multiplayer.
The multiplayer is the same deal. It's to do with frames per second. It's like 5 to 10 frames per second slower in most segments on the PS3 compared to the 360. And it crashes all the time.
It does crash quite a bit, yeah. It's not
It's
nice.
like, it's really, you've not played single player on the PS3, you played it in the 360, so you haven't really experienced that, but it's like Mass Effect 2 in the PS3 is probably the best version because it runs in an updated engine and no other version of Mass Effect 2 does that. But Mass Effect 3 is shockingly bad on the PS3. It's terrible. I would rather have played the 360 version.
I remember you saying once, like, you were playing through single player and you actually listed how many times in a day the game actually crashed.
Because I was reporting to the BioWare support forums at the time, and there were so many people on there complaining of the same thing. And that's nothing to do with servers. That is like bad coding. It was just so badly ported. It's unbelievable, and it ran better on the 360 because the 360 obviously didn't use like the cell processors and stuff. So.
So yeah, that was that. PS4 still outselling Xbox in US. Well, say the US. I mean, I don't know what it's like in other countries. I'm assuming it's probably the same. But
I think the PS4's hit 1 million sold in the UK.
How long do you reckon they're going to keep this up?
Well, as long as they don't screw it up.
Yep.
If we're gonna keep on like that for a long time.
When they had the white PS4 over here, apparently they have sold 1 million of them over here just recently.
Yeah, they've hit the 1 million sold mark of PS4 since launch last year. And I don't know how much of that is to do with exclusives because they haven't had that many. So I think it's more to do with the fact that the superior console.
I think Amy was just talking about the white consoles there, were you not? Because it's
the white consoles. Yeah.
Well, they've seriously sold 1 million white consoles already.
Yeah. Unless I am getting my facts wrong. I could be wrong. It could be just a total of 1 million, but I'm pretty sure they reached 1 million anyway before that.
Well, last time I looked, it was like 8 million, and that was at E3. So.
Is that worldwide though, or just in the UK?
Oh, in the UK, it's not in the UK.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, I'm just talking about the million in the UK.
Oh, right.
So you know what? Actually, I may have got my facts wrong then. Actually, probably the white PS4s have helped to reach the million. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Not they've sold a white million.
Yeah, because I find it difficult to believe we've sold 1 million white PS4 since Tuesday.
Unless somebody's just paid for 1 million, you never know.
Bearing in mind it's now Friday.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next topic, which we're still kind of on PS4 and Xbox One here. Me and Carlie are probably, well, I don't know about Carlie, but I'm excited for this news. We knew that The Walking Dead was going to come to PS4 and Xbox, but finally we know it's going to come next month. So I'm really looking forward to this because it's going to be straight after Eurogamer, aka EGX. So, Carlie, are you going to get it or not? Is it the first two seasons?
I'm still wondering if The Wolf Among Us is included in that because The Wolf Among Us is horrible on the PS3.
Yes, it is going to come out. They've said it's going to come out as well, The Wolf Among Us, but they haven't actually got a release date for that yet. So we've got to wait for a bit longer for that first.
Season 1 and Season 2 of The Walking Dead.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, both of them are coming out next month.
I will get it because I've been waiting for Season 1 to come out because I only have it on the beta, which means I can't stream, I can't record, can't do anything because the Vita, even though it was sold as the hardcore gamers portable device, can't record gameplay. You can't stream gameplay, which is things that hardcore gamers like to do.
You stream.
But yes, I'm gonna get it.
I bought it I bought both seasons for the PS3 and the PS Vita. I had to say the PS Vita is obviously the most inferior version. Now the PS3 is okay as a version. So I'm pretty much expecting quite a bit from the PS4 version myself, I have to say.
I'm gonna do the hat trick.
It not freezing for like a few seconds or something like that. Like, did you ever get that on either version? When you'd made some dialogue and it came to the end of dialogue and it would freeze for a few seconds?
It happened a lot with The Wolf Among Us. It never happened with The Walking Dead, but The Wolf Among Us, it was all the time. And it was infuriating to play that game on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it to come to the PS4. Just because, you know, the frame rate is going to be so much better. It'll run so much more smoother. It's the kind of game you probably want to come to PS4. It's probably made for it with the specs that it has.
I've never played it, so I'm going to be picking it up.
Yes. Yeah, Lex. Well done. Yes.
We've been telling you for a long time. It's fantastic. Well, at least it's on one of The Walking Dead.
It's like you don't even need to watch the TV show. Regarding The Walking Dead, you just don't need to watch the TV show. You don't need to read the comics. You know, it's a game that you can just really get yourself into. Like, it just brings you into this world like any other zombie apocalypse world. You don't even have to know anything beforehand. And the same goes to the Wolf Among Us. I almost said The Walking Dead again. The Wolf Among Us, yeah, because obviously that's a comic. It actually takes place before the comics, if I'm right. I think Carlie mentioned that to me before.
Yes,
yeah. I love both of them. I love The Walking Dead Season 1. The Season 2, yeah, I loved it. Maybe it's a bit underwhelming than the first season was, but The Wolf Among Us, it's really close to being my Game of the Year. It really is. There's got to be something big to be for me. What about you, Carlie?
Game of the Year?
Yeah, Wolf Among Us.
So far it is, but that speaks to the Rockstar games that come out this year, not exactly to, The Wolf Among Us is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great game, but it's my game of the year so far because there hasn't been anything else that I've coming out this year that I've been being, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that, obviously. Yeah. I'm really... Look, it's something to look forward to after EGX. Like, yeah, I don't know They've not said when in October, have they? I don't think they have, but they just said it's coming out in October. Did you see a date anywhere, Carlie?
No, I haven't. At least not an official date. It's in speculation, but from sites that aren't exactly the most reliable.
Telltale actually confirmed it themselves on Twitter. I don't think they've actually specified a specific date, but it's coming out for retail. And also it's coming out, obviously the retail versions for PS3 and Xbox 360 are coming out too, so they'll be coming out alongside it. So yeah, that'll be my only purchase for October, I think. In fact, I wonder if I'll be able to pre-order it. I might pre-order it actually. But anyway, enough of our little fangirling. Next topic on the agenda is, well, it's been one that's been ongoing for quite a while. We thought that one company was going to buy Twitch, and then look what happens. Amazon buys Twitch. So what does everyone think of that one?
Not impressed. Not happy about that at all.
Go on, let's hear it. Let it out.
Well, if Google were going to buy it, I was kind of on board with that because Twitch had a shitty interface and kind of crappy features. Amazon, however, are a different ballgame. And within minutes of them buying it, there was all, oh, now there's sensors on your videos to check if there's music in the background, and I don't know. I suppose there's, like, from a product standpoint, there's maybe it could be good for people, but I don't see how this is any good. With Google, I could see there being like some good features being added and like better interface and stuff, but I'm not sure about Amazon.
A lot of people have migrated, haven't they, to other streaming services, from what I can gather.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Twitch was the best one, hands down. Live stream is really, really resource heavy and kind of annoying to use, even though that's the one that a lot of companies were using initially. Yeah. I didn't like it. I preferred Twitch. But Justin TV was the other one, but that was basically bought by Twitch beforehand.
That's the one that people... Oh, wait, no. I'm getting my wires mixed up. Sorry, continue.
People must be... The next biggest one is live stream, so I don't know what other one people would do.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Because YouTube obviously are starting to kind of integrate their own live stream, but you need to have a certain number of subscribers to be able to properly live stream games or something. I'm not sure how that works.
I've not tried the YouTube streaming, and I might have to try it at some point. If obviously Twitch gets absolutely unbearable, I'd probably switch to that. Probably.
Well, you need to have a certain number of subscribers on your channel to be able to do it, though. So.
How many?
I don't know. It's a lot. I
don't know.
But I would rather use YouTube than Twitch because Twitch is just a completely different ball game. YouTube's a bit easier to use. Everyone's kind of used to it. So.
I just live stream a lot, but not for streaming games, for streaming shows. The thing with live streaming on Twitch, it annoys me when I stream at Twitch because the server goes down, and when I'm looking at the stream, it's down, so I had to restart the stream again, and I had to do that a lot. And at one point, I just got so annoyed that just basically, I'm not doing this anymore. I'll just record the footage and put it on YouTube.
So yeah, that's interesting. Also, I know we're very close to the end of the podcast, but I'm afraid we're going to have to lose someone right now. Isn't that right, Barry? Barry? Barry?
I've already lost him.
Well, I see his mic is unmuted. Barry, where are you? You've been very quiet.
He's gone.
Aww. Oh well, bye Barry. Wait. Well, this is an awkward moment for our podcast.
Hey, you guys wanted to do this live?
He said to me privately, and got he's gone for me now. He's gone for me. Oh, never mind. I kind of wanted him to say goodbye, but he said hello. He said hello to the podcast. So yeah, there's his introduction. Even though he had a lot to say. So anyway, who was speaking? Was it you, Carlie?
I think it was Lex.
Lex, you?
He's muted.
I was done.
Ah.
I was just talking about how I would prefer to use YouTube over Twitch if they would integrate live streaming there, but And I mean, maybe that's Google already owns YouTube, so maybe they've just decided that was why they decided not to buy Twitch in the end.
But that seems odd because Google basically wants to own everything. It's like Disney.
Hmm. Yeah, it probably is.
They had Marvel. That didn't stop them from getting LucasArts.
What do you think, Ryan? Have you got any thoughts about this?
About Twitch?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't use the service. I mean, I've used it like twice just to watch like some live streams, but other than that, I'm not, you know, big on sort of streaming or anything like that. So yeah, I got no opinion on that.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the swing into like recording stuff and put it onto our YouTube channel. I've not actually. I don't remember the last time I streamed. Actually, it's probably a long time ago, like 3-4 months ago. I don't really use it that much anymore.
Streaming is great. Like, it's a lot of fun. I used to stream a lot more than I do now, but that's mainly because my computer's too crap to render at a good quality. Otherwise, I would stream everything I played.
It's nice to have that option to actually stream onto Twitch from the PS4. It's a very nice option. I think that's probably the only time I'd stream because it just takes so much trying to stream through my Elgato from my PS3. It just takes so much CPU.
My main thing with streaming is streaming would encourage me to play games that I wouldn't normally play, because if you're saying I'm doing a blind playthrough of this, you attract viewers that are interested in a game, and it's just a much more fun, connected way to play a game. But getting to do that if it's if you don't have a high-end PC, pretty much you can't really stream in a really high quality, which is annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying. I mean, I think mine can only take about 480 maybe. I don't know. Anyway, moving on from Twitch, we got something that Carlie will probably want to talk about. Arkham Knight has got a release date. So would Carlie like to talk about Arkham Knight?
Again, you're very important. Yes, I would. I was very sad when they postponed the game, though. If it makes the game a lot better, then I'm very happy. It's an interesting release date because it's just before E3.
Yeah.
And the last game that did that was The Last of Us. They came out just before E3.
So you think it could have the same effect, if not similar?
I'm not saying it's gonna be like a fantastic game like The Last of Us. I just find it very curious that they choose to do it right before E3. It makes possibly they're doing that. The game might be a little bit lost because you start playing Arkham Knight, and E3 happens, and anything you're doing just got your focus is now on E3 and all the big news that come out of that.
It'll be interesting because, like, I mean, I know I'm not going to get the game or anything, but from what I've seen, the clips, the pictures and stuff, the reaction, it looks like it's very hyped for it. I reckon it could be a potential game of the year for next year. We'll just have to see what the competition's like.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely gonna be, but I mean the way that they might be a little upstaged by the fact that they're just coming out before E3.
I wonder if there's a meaning behind that. There's got to be something. There's got to be a reason why they've specifically done it just before E3. I don't know. Like, I'm not too sure. I'm not really informed on this topic, so I feel a bit uncomfortable talking about it.
But you should play the games.
Oh, I'm gonna play the games. I have let's see, Arkham Origins. I've got Arkham Asylum, and I have Arkham Knight, obviously.
First of all, Arkham Origins, not a good game. It wasn't made by Rocksteady.
So don't play it.
Arkham Asylum, pretty good game. Arkham City, brilliant game. One of the best games you'll ever play.
Yeah,
agreed.
I'm hearing.
Arkham Knight, hopefully another fantastic game because Rocksteady's back making the game. I think it's gonna be a great game. That's not what I'm questioning here. I'm questioning if it's a good decision to release the game just before E3.
Yeah, I'm questioning it too, but I just keep feeling like there's a really, really unclear reason why. Maybe a pretty good reason, but I don't know. I say I'm not informed on the subject. Well, it will be interesting when it comes out because I know there was a lot of people who want it out so much. Like I was kind of gutted for you when it was delayed to next year.
I wasn't. I was sad at first because I'm really looking forward to playing the game. But again, the same with The Witcher 3, the same with Dragon Age. If delaying the game means that I'm gonna get the best game possible out of it, then I'm absolutely okay with it.
I think we all have the same mind frame when we see some of our favorite games get delayed as well.
It's not like Final Fantasy 15.
Mm.
It's not that complete mess of a situation.
Oh yeah, like I'm looking forward to 15, but I'll even admit that was just a mess.
It's like you're looking forward to a game that might never come out.
8 years in the making, is it? Like it was versus 13, and now it's 15. It's like, wow, yeah, well played, Square Enix, well played.
That was really the only issue with the game.
Notice how I say that sarcastically, the well played part.
They announced a game that wasn't really in development yet.
Yeah,
And here we are, a full generation later, and the game is still not close to actually being out.
Well, there's the Tokyo Game Show coming up, so maybe we might get some more details, but I'm not holding out for it. No, at least on that game, anyway. So, have you got any closing comments for Arkham Knight, or are you okay with that?
Again, I'm fairly certain that the game is gonna be fantastic. I trust Rocksteady to make a fantastic game. It's just that maybe they should have released the game in May or in July. Well, maybe not July. July is not like a month to release a video game. But I don't think right before. So 10 years it's been since the announcement of Final Fantasy 15, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, which was versus 13 back then.
Even more embarrassing.
So
Anyways,
on to our final topic, which well, I was really excited to talk about, and then Barry left, and I was like, well, okay, it's still Carlie, we can still talk about this, but obviously everyone else feel free to talk about it, even though you're not going, even though I'm very sad you're not going. We've got EGX coming up in less than 2 weeks now, and I'm so excited to go. Like, I'm finally going to meet the magnificent Carlie.
I'm not the only person you're gonna meet.
Yeah, I know. I've met most of the people we're meeting, so it's okay.
Most, not all.
Yeah, EGX. Oh God, they're still announcing like games to be played. It's a bit close though, isn't it? A bit close to call.
Which is one of my criticisms towards that event. The tickets went on sale in April, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, you're right.
When they went on sale, they didn't have a list of what was going to be each day. They didn't even have a list of what companies exactly and what games were going to be on it. So if you can't go all 4 days, you basically have to blindly pick, hoping that you pick the days that you have what you want. And if not, then you're screwed.
And luckily, we picked all 4 days to go, so we're kind of covered in that respect. But I know what you mean. It's not a nice position to be in when you really can only go on specific days.
Which is really frustrating, especially I don't live very close to London.
Yeah, you live an ocean away. There's an ocean separating us right now.
The press passes, for some reason, are also not for all 4 days. You only have 2. So I basically had to, again, blindly choose which 2 days. I was hoping those press passes would get the best out of the event, which I went with Friday and Saturday. Because I don't think Thursday is going to be that big, and Sunday, well, it's the final day, so I'm hoping
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday are the heavy days with all the stuff.
From memory last year, I think Friday and Saturday were the big days. From memory, I can definitely say they were.
But I don't really understand why the press passes are only 2 out of the 4 days.
I think they've got to restrict it in that respect, probably because like certain people who had press passes can't attend on certain days. I think they've just got to restrict them in that respect.
Yes, but if you can't go all 4 days, then why isn't the press passes for all 4 days?
I don't know. And another thing, obviously, the press passes, they don't guarantee you like entry into the development sessions. Like you've actually still got to queue up for it.
The other thing is, every single time I get an email saying this game is gonna be on EGX, I keep hoping, please, Dragon Age, Dragon Age, Dragon Age.
You never know. Do you know what? If it is a last-minute announcement, I think you'll go running around the house screaming, and then the whole neighborhood will hear you, won't they? or you'll do something drastic.
There's a pretty big chance of that happening.
Know you so well. Yeah, are you looking forward to it?
EGX?
Yeah, EGX.
I'm going to fucking London. I'm going to Europe for the first time. What do you think?
I was talking just about EGX, but okay.
That's only part of the whole thing. But yeah, I'm excited. This is the first time I'm going to a gaming convention.
Oh yeah, second time, but just the same event. If Dragon Age is announced, announced as playable, I bet we can expect we'll never find you again. Once we let you loose, will we?
No, because there's also The Witcher 3.
There's The Witcher 3. We can, me and the rest of the team that are going, we can guess where you are, but you probably be shifting between both games, considering.
I think Arkham Knight is also gonna be there, especially since Rocksteady is a British company.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. We'll have to have a look at the dev sessions and see which ones we want to go to. We'll have to plan each day, before we go.
I'm really very sad that Ryan isn't going. I think
I'm sad too.
Isn't going either, which also makes me really, really sad.
I'm sad you two aren't going.
I'm also sad.
Aww. We'll take epic selfies on Snapchat for you.
You absolutely have to.
Oh, it'll happen, whether I like it or not.
I wanted to say Ryan in person, and I wanted to give Lex a big hug, and now it's not gonna happen. So
I wanted to record the Ryan thing. I really thought Ryan was going, and then when he said he wasn't, I was like, oh. Damn it. Maybe next year.
Well, I may no longer be welcome in England after next Thursday.
So. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Good luck with that. Oh, God.
It would have been fantastic if Scotland would have gotten his independence and a week later they're at EGX.
Yes, let's celebrate independence in the country we've left.
That would have been fantastic timing.
It would be, wouldn't it? Right. Wow, we've talked a lot. We've gone a little bit over, but not too much over. Yeah, I think that's been a successful podcast. What do you all think? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was just like, yeah, let's see if there's an awkward silence. But yes, this is the end of the podcast. Right, so Lex, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Carla? Ryan, how about you say goodbye while she gathers herself? Okay, is that your goodbye?
Goodbye.
Adios.
Carlie?
Adios.
Alright, and that's goodbye from me. Thanks for listening to our crazy podcast, as per usual. Oh yeah, and that's bye from Barry too. Yeah, I'll just say bye to him on his behalf.
Oh, we didn't have our moment of silence for Joe.
Wait, you're going to say bye to him on his behalf?
Yeah, he said we have to have a moment of silence. This is to our comrade, who sadly couldn't make it tonight, because he was too busy getting mauled by a cat on the tree. Yeah. Just sad times. I think we need to hold a moment of silence for him. And we're done.
Typical London stuff.
I said a moment. That was a moment in my time. I don't know about you lot. Okay. Yes, Joe, there's your 5 seconds of...
That was not 5 seconds.
It might not have been. We'll have to go back and see it.
That was the best 2 seconds.
Your best 2 seconds ever. He'll love it. Okay, so thanks everybody for listening. Please subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You know the gist by now. It's in the description. And we will probably be back for another podcast before we go to EGX and talk about, well, everything that's going to be there and what we're expecting. So, say goodbye, everybody, one more time, and then we can go.
See you later.
Adios.
See you later.